Hey everybody, Strider's back with another pre-game stats breakdown. Starting off on the red team, we are going to have a Skarner, Irelia, Kennen, Graves, and Veigar versus the blue team, who has a Sivir, Akali, Nautilus, Singed, and Taric. So a lot of very interesting picks. Starting off on the top lane, we are going to have Irelia versus Akali. Irelia mains caster, while Akali mains AD carry, so no one's going to have a huge advantage there. Irelia's been played by this person only 7 times with a 42% win ratio, and Akali's been played by this person 12 times with a 66% win ratio. I think I'm going to have to give this game to Akali just strictly on the win percentage and a little bit more experience with that champion. But overall, I think it's going to be a pretty close match, most likely filled with some mistakes. And then if we go into the middle lane, we're going to have a Kennen versus a Singed. Inheritedly, I would definitely give Kennen the advantage. But Kennen mains top, while Singed mains caster. So nobody's going to have a huge advantage there, although Kennen was played top for quite some time. Kennen's been played by this person 40 times with a 50% win ratio, which isn't too bad, but it's not amazing. Singed has been played by this person, though, however, over 200, almost 210 times, with a 64.59% win ratio. I think I will have to give this particular game to the Singed just because of that. Even the fact that Kennen completely counters out Singed, I think Singed will do better because of the massive amount of experience he has with Singed. And then in the jungle, we have Skarner versus Nautilus. Skarner mains jungle, while Nautilus also mains jungle, so no one has a huge advantage there either. But Skarner's been played by this person 7 times with a 42% win ratio, which is pretty abysmal. Nautilus has been played by this person 11 times with a 72% win ratio, which is phenomenal. So I think I'll have to give it to Nautilus in the end. I'm a little bit worried about his early game, though. It just depends on how aggressive Skarner wants to be as far as counter jungling. I think Nautilus may have some issues with the counter jungler. And then if we go into bot lane, last but not least, we're going to have Graves versus Sivir. Graves mains caster, while Sivir mains AD carry, so this is going to give a pretty big advantage for Sivir. Graves has been played by this person, however, almost 40 times with a 48% win ratio, so it's pretty low win ratio, but does have a lot of experience. Sivir's been played by this person, a little over 30 times with a 61% win ratio, which is really good. So I think I'm going to have to give it to the Sivir just because of the more experience in the lane. And then if we take a look at the supports, we're going to have Taric and Veigar, which is a really weird support pick. I get it because the stun cage is absolutely insane, but you just have to be extremely used to it. So a lot of games played with Veigar really helps. Veigar mains jungle, while Taric also mains jungle, so no one's going to have a huge advantage. Veigar's been played by this person 7 times with a 42% win ratio, so that's pretty bad. But Taric's been played by this person, about 130 times, 135 times, with a 61% win ratio, which is a lot of games and a pretty big win percentage. So I think I'm definitely going to have to give bottom lane to the blue team. If you add up everybody's wins and losses, the red team is going to have a 48% chance of winning even, which is, I think, the lowest I've ever seen. And the blue team has a 63.66% chance of winning, which is really good. So I think I'm definitely going to go with the numbers on this one and vote for the blue team. So leave a comment section in the section below just to let me know who you think is going to win this game and why. And let's get into the game and see what happens. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Strider's back with another slice of ELO Heaven. Should be very fun match. We do have a Veigar in this game, which we definitely don't see enough. I really do like Veigar. I also really enjoy Singed and Akali. Just a lot of very interesting champions that we don't typically see on a daily basis. Even Nautilus we haven't seen in quite some time just because of his nerfs that he's gotten from his armor and I believe his health. He just ends up being too squishy in the jungle, which I think a lot of people just disagree with because he was relatively squishy before, early levels especially, and he just kind of gets muscled out. He can get counter jungled extremely easily and there's nothing you can do about it. And when they also nerfed his Spider Nautilus ability where he could just hook to a wall and the refresh or the cooldown goes down a lot more, then once they nerfed that as well, it just made it even worse for him. So They don't know if Blue's in here. Oh, Skarner is in this bush. He does see it. Is he going to flash to hook him? No, it does not look like he will do that. Probably best choice because I don't believe that the dredge line would have really done much work. But this could be really bad if he gets a stun cage in here. Oh, they missed it. Yeah, stun cage going down, and this is really bad for Veigar. Veigar is going to go down almost immediately. A very poorly timed shuriken, or poorly placed shuriken. That's just unfortunate. And Singe took a ridiculous amount of damage coming from that Kennen, which is pretty surprising. With 0 AP, looks like he may be going AD Kennen just a little bit. Let's see. He got some spell pen, got some armor pen. Yeah, it looks like he has lifesteal. So it looks like he will end up going AD Kennen, which is not something that's super common anymore. They did kind of nerf that down a little bit. His attack speed is really what made him ridiculously good. He is going to take that big Wraith already this early in the game. That's going to be a really, really nice way for him to snowball just a little bit. Singe is actually going to be going mid, which I don't think is going to be very good because he's completely countered by this Kennen. Kennen's going to do so much damage with that AD. And he ended up getting a null magic mantle instead of a cloth armor. Definitely not where Singed wants to be at this point. I think maybe reducing the stun duration is going to help him later on in the game, but I think in laning phase, a cloth would have been much more beneficial. Yeah. So Singed is completely zoned out. This is pretty much how Singed gets played against when he's against a ranged champion. Oh, Irelia doing a ton of damage. Is that going to actually land? Yes, it looks like she will go down. Yes, the flash auto attack is good coming out from Irelia, and that is going to be the second kill of the game, going down for the red team. Red team doing a phenomenal job, and uh-oh, it looks like Kennen may also be going down in that bottom lane. No, but Nautilus is going to back away. Is he? Yes, he flashes out to get away from the slows of Skarner, the deadly Skarner. Kennen finally getting some AP, probably has some AP per levels, I would assume, because he didn't have any a little bit ago when we checked. Oh, this could be really dangerous since... Oh, this could be a nice little free red buff. Oh no, Veigar is getting really close to going down. Is going to take a lot of damage, but is going to survive in the end, and that's all that matters. Wow, support Veigar, definitely not something I have seen in a very long time. I've seen AD Veigar quite a few times, but I have not seen support Veigar, and this could be bad. The ping goes down. They do have a ward there, and trying to ping off Sivir, but Sivir is going way hard in, and oh, forcing the flash out of that. Oh no, she puts on her spell shield. Is it going to go down? No, she will not absorb anything, and that is going to be a 2-for-1. Graves picking up double buffs as well as 2 kills. That is going to be very detrimental to that bottom lane. Now that Graves has 2 kills, 19 CS, not quite ahead, but still doing a really good job. Wow, it's definitely starting to become an interesting match, and that's exactly what we like to see. 24 versus 25 CS in the top lane. Irelia doing pretty good, I think, but so is Akali. Akali is really surprised about the Akali, even though she did die from the second kill, but she's still able to stick up with this CS pretty easily, actually. So that's mainly what I'm surprised about. Losing or dying that early in the lane, it really hurts when you're trying to farm later on, because usually you lose like a creep wave or 2. Uh-oh, Skarner may be going in for a nice little gank onto this. Oh, it looks like it will happen, but the goo will come down, and Nautilus is coming out for some support. It doesn't know if it's going to happen. Oh, Kennen is going for a little bit more damage, and he almost goes down. 147 HP from Singe. Singe is going to have to recall once again. Red team is completely healthy, and yeah, that's going to be a great job by Kennen. He's going to force that lane forward so that Singe loses a lot of experience. A great stun cage coming out from Veigar, and that's a lot of damage going down. Graves is going to be able to pick that up. Yes, he will. And this could be really bad. Is he going to get another one? No, he will not. So Sivir going down once again to this Graves, and oh my gosh, Graves is going to be so beastly later on if this continues the way it's happening. They pretty much the same exact items at this point, but it just doesn't seem like Taric is providing the support that he needs. It's a tad bit unfortunate, but what are you going to do about the Rainbow Thugs, you know? Rainbow Thugs are OP. Oh, Irelia coming in doing a nice little bit of damage. Akali is stuck, but she... Yeah, there's no level 6 on Skarner, so it's not going to be an issue. But right when Skarner hits level 6, which isn't quite yet... Uh-oh. Singed got completely caught off guard, and that is going to be a pretty much free kill coming out. Since Singed is not level 60, he flashes, try to get away. He's at 89 HP, and wow, he just gets off with almost no health left once again. Great job by Singed. He's forcing people to chase him. He's not getting away with very much HP, so he's doing what he's supposed to do. Oh, now it's completely caught in position. He doesn't get stunned out, and Irelia started forcing reinforcements, and that is the deadest Nautilus. And Irelia actually didn't even touch him, wanted to give the kill, but didn't want to take the assist gold, which I find very amusing. And this is going to be really bad. Oh, yes, a great kill now coming out. And is this going to be a second kill for the Sivir? No, it's going to be picked up by the Radiance of Taric. But that is still 2 for 0. Bottom lane's really going to be able to come back from that one. That's going to help them significantly. So Sivir is going to have to keep on keeping on. Yeah, if she keeps this pace, it's going to be extremely dangerous. Sivir is a phenomenal pusher, so she can just sit there and side push, go super fast. She has a built-in Irelia's, except it's a little bit better in her ultimate. Increases everybody's attack speed and everything, so if she doesn't have to use it in a team fight, which most likely she will, but if she doesn't, it could be very dangerous if they end up winning a team fight, because then they can use that to push down 2 towers. Oh, great stun now coming out from Irelia. That is going to be Ignite going down. Oh, Akali, is she going to be able to finish her off? 23 HP. Can you believe it? Oh my god. Absolutely insane. Such a clutch play. Go, Akali, go. If she had 2 dashes, that would have been it. She could have dashed to a minion and then dashed right to Irelia. That was so close. I love seeing kills that are that close, or almost kills that are that close. Taric actually getting a pink ward. That's a very interesting place for a red ward, and wow, that is going to be a nice little stun cage coming out. Spell shield is going to absorb it, and that's a ton of damage going down on Graves. Graves is going to go down, and now this can be really dangerous for Singed picking up the assist just by throwing down that slow adhesive. So the Mage Adhesive is actually a really good spell. A lot of people underestimate it. Later on in the game, it slows you by like 80%. Something absolutely insane. Yeah, it's at 35 right now, level 1. Not phenomenal. Not fantastic. Not too good of a slow. But later on in the game, it's just absolutely insane. You can disengage a fight just by slowing everybody. It's also a relatively nice initiation. And Kennen is going to end up taking this middle tower, it looks like. There's no way they're going to be able to fend this off. It's at 13 health. Oh yeah, it goes down. That one last caster minion. Good job, caster minions. Red caster minions OP. And that was a pretty good move by Kennen. He did have a mark onto the Singed, and so he used his E ability, I believe it is. Yeah, Electrical Surge, just to absolutely do a little bit more damage. Is he going to be able to follow up on that? No, it doesn't look like it. He doesn't really want to chase the Singed because it's never a good idea, of course. Red team pinged Singed. They do have a nice little ward right here, so they will be able to see him go back and forth through this little area. Once again, red is pinging out the Singed. Definitely don't want them to lose once again at bottom lane. But there are 3 members on hunt going down. A great stun cage coming out, and that is going to be a lot of damage. But oh man, a really good boomerang blade coming out. And Sivir is going very low. She can be able to pick up this kill before she dies. Oh, Singe picks it up just barely with that poison. And that is going to be a boomerang blade for the kill once again. Perfectly on the apex. Wonderful job. And top lane, there is quite a bit of an exchange going on, but it's not going to be anything crazy. Is blue team going to take this bottom tower? No. It looks like they will let it go. And Kennen is now on the hunt. He's ready. Yordle scum. He's coming up from behind the tower. Totally not noticing. And the ult comes out. And that is going to be a lot of damage going on to Akali. But she's going to be able to get away safely. Irelia is coming in now. This could be really dangerous for the Akali. She can be able to pick it up. Yes, she does. Can you? Once again. Oh my gosh. Gets out with almost nothing. Almost nothing. Absolutely insane. Great job by Akali. That was a perfectly executed play. I think a couple more shurikens, or one or two shurikens, could have been thrown from the Kennen, obviously. But when she was in her shroud, he used his electrical surge, so he knew exactly where she was through that. And that is going to be a forced flash coming out from Veigar. Going to have to get away from that radianced. The radiized. I don't even know what the past tense of radianced. Radianced. The radianced Taric. Oh, Nautilus doing a little spider knot, and that is going to be a nice little pop-up with some slows. But, oh, Kennen is going to be able to pick that up just barely. Oh, the ultimate impale is up. Oh, is it going to go down? No, it doesn't look like it. The impale, yes, it will finally go down. Singe ends up picking up the kill, and now he's all by himself. Boomerang Blade hitting both sides. Oh, great job by the Sivir, picking up once again. That's going to be another kill. 6 kills for Sivir, 72 CS. That is going to be the bottom tower going down in favor of the red team. So right now it's 2 towers in favor of the red team, but 5 kills in favor of the blue team. Now it looks like they are possibly either tower diving or, yeah, it looks like they will be tower diving. Singe is pretty tanky, but I don't know if he does not have his ult up. He's just going to be tanking as much as possible. He's going to throw down the Ignite, and that is going to be another kill for Sivir. Once again, doing a great job. And is Sivir going to push this down? That is the main question. Kennen is coming out with a vengeance, so it's very possible that he can stop this. Veigar is now coming down from the bottom. This could be really bad if Sivir doesn't get out of there right now. Sivir needs to get out of here. Get out of there, man. Stun Cage coming out. Spell Shield. Spell Shield. Oh, Veigar is a little bit off-timed on that one. I think he could have got her. She waited way too long to Spell Shield, but that was just... It was either a lot of mind games. Either way, I mean, Sivir just came out on top of that game. It was a 50-50 chance. A million times, but it was just really, really good job. It's a great job by Sivir being able to get there. She didn't quite get the tower, but she still got out of there, and she has 7 kills now. Doing a great job overall. And I don't know if Akali wants to be fighting this Irelia 1v1 right now. Irelia does have that wit's end, and it's going to mitigate a lot of the damage. Singe is coming up from behind Irelia. This could be really bad. She does stun him, and she's running at a weird angle. That fling is going to be really good. Gets the dash and the flash right after that, but she's going to go down almost instantly. Singe tanking the tower the whole time, and then dancing like a troll. Like a troll. Yeah, they're signaling Akali to back off. They definitely don't want to risk it because they don't have a lot of health. Singe is doing okay, but they know that Kennen went missing. A missing Kennen? That is just disaster. It just spells disaster, missing Kennens. Anything can happen with a missing Kennen. His ultimate is so absolutely devastating. But he is just farming like crazy at this point. 112 CS, as opposed to Singe's 85. And I completely missed that one. So let's see what Sivir decides to do. So right now she's just farming, doing exactly what she can. Now it's coming out. Is he going to be able to get... Oh my gosh, a perfect dredge line coming out. And Sivir is going to get the free kill. Great job. And Skarner finally reconnecting to the game. And that may be a dead tower, but I don't know. It's looking pretty close. Another great boomerang blade. Sivir's really on the ball with those this game. Oh, a great ultimate coming out. That is going to hurt Akali quite a bit, but Kennen is also going to have to go back from lack of health as well. Nautilus is in the jungle getting shot at by Graves, and this is going to be a really, really bad idea if that continues. And it looks like up top, oh my gosh. So Akali ends up killing. It was a nice little bait attempt by the Kennen, but it doesn't look like it's good. Oh, that's so much damage, and then saw the Irelia and flashed away immediately. Great job. Absolutely wonderful. Really just backed off. She knew Akali was out of there. Ends up just taking the tower, doing exactly what she needs to do. 3 towers to 2 now in favor of the red team still. So red team doing a great job. They're just lacking on the kills right now. And this looks like it's going to be the first dragon of the game at 16 minutes. A very late dragon, to be honest. And Singe is coming out. He is going to throw down the Mega Adhesive, but not going to do too much. And Irelia is now initiating extremely hard on this Akali. And wow, Akali is not able to retaliate whatsoever. And now we have 2 other members, 2 extremely tanky members from the blue team. That is going to be a lot of CC. Is that going to happen? Come on, get out of there, Irelia. That's a free dredge line. Akali must have not been paying attention. Oh, she does get to it, and she picks up the kill. Wonderful play by the blue team. They are now up by about 5,000 gold, which is extremely good. They are still only at 17 minutes, so anything can happen. And wow, Graves shuts down that Sivir in bottom lane. She was a little bit too overconfident in her pushing abilities and her escape ability. Oh, now Akali is getting really hard initiated on the Kennen. Kennen stuns her once again. She is going to go onto him very hard. Oh, but she had a word there and he had no idea. Beautiful play by the Akali. And now Graves is getting caught out from behind. The Shatter Radiance combo with the Dazzle. Is it going to do much of anything, though? That is the question. And that is going to be a double flash coming out from the blue team. They're going to dredge on, but it's going to hit the wrong person. But the ultimate from Nautilus is going to come out. The fling for the kill. Is the stun cage almost up? 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. Stun cage. You're going to stun 3 members of the blue team. Great job disengaging that fight. And that is absolute wonders of that. But Skarner went back in for some reason. He is going to have to flash over the wall. I think that was a little bit poor of a decision, but you never know. He could have had something in mind that I wasn't paying attention to or I didn't notice. It just didn't look like that was the best idea to do at that time. I was basically just giving them a free flash. Sivir once again getting back to the side, pushing out 137 CS. Graves has 127. She still has 4 kills above him, but he was able to shut her down, so that's going to close it a little bit. She's still up by about 1,000 gold, though. Uh-oh. Singed could have some issues here. Is he going to be able to get... No. I don't think there's any way that she'll be able to... He'll be able to catch up to Kennen. Wow. Just missing everything. So it's going crazy over here. Sivir is side pushing like crazy. She's being so aggressive. And now she just goes on the hunt and absolutely destroys this Graves. Doing a wonderful job. She has a little bit of lifesteal, but those early crits from the Infinity Edge helped significantly. That is for sure. Yeah, I'm super worried about this at this point. This game could drag on. The red team seems to be starting to stabilize at some points, but then they start to like lose it at others. I'm really interested to see how this is gonna pan out, to be honest. Oh, another tower going down in favor of the blue team. They finally tied up the towers. All 3 towers on both teams are out. And now Akali is going on after... Oh, she's completely caught out of position. She's gonna dash to one of the minions. Is she gonna dash back? Yes, she will. And yeah, she's just gonna juke around and kind of mess around. Distract them as much as possible. Wow, I can't believe Irelia hasn't been able to catch up to her yet. Yeah, that is going to be a good try. Tried to bait it until the red team got up there. It just didn't quite happen. Ultimate from Singe coming out. Is it going to happen? It looks like... Oh, The stun coming out, and now he flings backwards. That is definitely a dead Irelia. And wow, Deathfire Grass coming out doing a ton of damage to... Oh, the Impale got spell shielded by the Sivir. Absolutely beautiful play. Oh my gosh, he is going down like hotcakes. That is going to be a very, very dead Skarner. Is Skarner getting good? Yes, there's absolutely no way. Kennen going the smart way and getting out of there as soon as possible. And this is a little bit what I was worried about. Although she did have to blow on the hunt for that engage, it would have been really good for this tower and the next tower. They probably would have been able to take a Nexus. Or sorry, not Nexus, inhibitor. Oh, and this is going to be another tower going down in favor of the red team. Graves doing some side pushing on his own, and Akali is going to be able to pick up that kill. Definitely going to help her out in the money-wise. She does have that Hextech Gunblade, going to add to it. And wow, Sivir is going balls deep. So it looks like 3 members of the blue team are completely invading their base, preventing it from doing anything. And wow, that is not looking good for the red team. Red team is not having a good time, you can tell that. Oh, Veigar doing exactly what he can do, just use the spells when they're off cooldown. He just doesn't have enough AP. I don't find it to be a very useful support champion, I think. Blue team is finally backing off, which I find it pretty interesting, but it looks like they will end up going for the Baron. This is going to be the first Baron attempt of the game. I really hope something exciting happens. If there's no Baron fight, I'd be a little disappointed, but I would understand from the red team's perspective as to why they wouldn't want to fight at the Baron. Kennen is going to be really good for a Baron fight, especially if the blue team initiates onto it, but oh my gosh, just barely missed it. Nautilus is getting completely chased out here. He throws out the flash. Stun cage not coming out. He tries to do a little bit of spider knot, but that is going to be all over. Yeah, that is very unfortunate. Graves being able to pick up that kill, still going to be really useful for him. He does have that Cloak of Agility as well as a Zeal. Looks like he's going for a Phantom Dancer pretty soon here. Singe putting down pink wards instead of them buying an Oracle as well. Looks like Taric has an Oracle. But I find it pretty interesting that Singe didn't buy one since he's super tanky. And that is going to be one more dragon going down, and wow, that was a complete obliteration. Is it going to happen? Oh, Radiance now coming out. He's going to pop Shirelius and his flash. He's going to be able to get away. That is the question. It doesn't look like it will happen, though. In the bottom, Irelia takes out the Kennen in the meantime, and that is definitely a dead Skarner. Blue team doing a lot of work all across the map here. Doesn't matter who you are, but you got to hide your kids, hide your wife. Yeah, that is definitely a dead Irelia. She almost was able to take out that Sivir. Is Sivir going to be able to survive? No! Not quite. Double buffs get passed on to the Taric. Almost had it. Almost had it. Oh, yeah. Veigar tries to stun them. Blows his load being his Deathfire Grasp and all of his abilities. They just don't do enough damage right now. And that's a huge problem. Looks like as if the red team just kind of gave up at this point. There's a lot of action going down, but the purple team is... Yeah. Purple team's just kind of whatever. Red team's turret. Oh, a nice dodge on the Radiance there coming out from Kennen. Oh, Kennen might be able to get the kill. No, he is going to go down, and that is also a dead Taric and Singe. This could be really bad. Akali is right there. She gets a double kill, going to be able to get out safely, and that's all that really matters. Oh, Graves going getting initiated on really hard. Akali's going to try to get out of there, but the speed is just going to be too much. She's definitely going to absolutely destroy with the help of Sivir, and Sivir's going to get a crit. And that is a double kill now coming out for Sivir. She doesn't have anything else, though.
Blue team triple kill.
Wow. So that was a nice little ace coming out, but Kennen just respawned, so it's not really an ace. Uh-oh, Akali is once again caught out of position. Is she going to be able to get out of this one? That is the main question. Looks like she will. She will definitely have to go back this time. There's no way she won't go back. Oh no. That's going to be a lot of CC now going down into Irelia. That is going to be a fling and a lot of poison. Singe completely leads her away, and that is going to be a secured kill. Oh my gosh. This could be really bad. Oh, Singe's going to be able to make it out of there. He does use it. Zonius, and that is an instantly dead Singe right there anyway. Very unfortunate. The Impale going down. Nautilus making it absolutely huge. And, oh, that is going to be a surrender vote coming out for the red team. And that was a beautiful game. I really enjoyed the game. A lot of interesting picks in combination with some good play. Overall, congratulations to the red team. And GG to the red team. Yeah, congratulations to the blue team. GG to the red team. Good game. I would definitely watch it again. 10 out of 10 would watch. Just interesting picks. Very, very interesting picks. But yeah, if you guys want to, please add a comment to my section. Send me an email, anything you can to get in touch with me if you want to request any form of champion or specific player, because I kind of go off of those guys. Whoever is most requested, those are the players / champions that I will try to find on my casting videos. I also think I'm going to do a separate series for the ones where I go just in-depth directly onto one person focusing on a champion. So you guys won't have to worry about that anymore. But I'll let you know once that all gets into shape. The other contest I have going on is still my tag contest. If you come up with the best tag for my video, I will put it on and I'll give you a point. If you get to 10 points, I will be sending you a $10 RP card for whatever region you're in. It doesn't really matter where you're from. I will get an RP card for you. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it, and I will see you tomorrow.